Hello everybody, and welcome to Let's Play Combat Mission Beyond Overlord. Yes, so the last episode was all about the Rangers. Yeah, the Rangers doing a lot of good in the French countryside in Normandy. I think it was just outside of the exit B1 or something, trying to take over two rather well-defended German entrenched positions, and also defeat whatever reinforcements that they could bring after they have been alerted. Yeah, the Rangers were something else, really. They were cut above anything that I had controlled so far in terms of infantry. They were able to hold their own against the German onslaught, was able to withstand some mortar attacks, and yeah, I mean, after continued pressure and their superior aim and morale, yeah, I think the morale did not keep it below 70% or so. We were able to take over and was able to finish the scenario in a good victory. The highlight of course, being the bazooka guy. Although I don't know whether he was a ranger or not. I think he was a regular or a veteran experienced troop. Finishing up that bunker, the German bunker, in one bazooka hit. Definitely a highlight and a high point of that scenario. Alright, so here we are once again at the selection screen to see what mission I should be playing. I want to stick close to the beginning of the D-Day, June 6th, which is, yeah, right now it's June 6th, so this is like 62nd anniversary of that fateful day. Yeah, it's interesting time of the year, definitely to be playing this game. I want to continue on, but I want to increase the scope somewhat in controlling the vehicles and kind of challenging myself to control more troops. And the scenario perfect for that is going to be the mission called South of Sword. 25 turns, relatively quick, but in a large map, so you have to cover a large expanse with your vehicles and men. And yeah, it says its description, things start getting rougher as UK tanks head toward Caen. So this is the beginning phase of the war where I think the British were thinking that the path open to Caen was going to be easily crossed, but German, of course, the Panzer Lehr division and the defenders of the, I don't know what the wall that they're defending was. I think it was, I don't know, Northern Atlantic Wall or something. Yeah, they were definitely regrouping and challenging the British and whoever that may come forth. And the British probably are in for a rude awakening. So it's June 6th, 1944, so on the day of landing, really, inland from Sword Beach, Normandy, clear day. The British landings at Sword Beach had been accomplished with far less than expected casualties. It was a far different story here from the slaughter of Omaha Beach, further to the west. In anticipation of an easy landing, the optimistic planners of Operation Overlord envisioned the troops under General Montgomery's command reaching Caen on the first day. I don't know whether Montgomery was trying to race the Americans to Caen, but I think they divided up their forces, so the United States probably went to quarantine. I'm not so sure exactly where that was, but I think they were more heading towards south, maybe trying to open the pathway for de Gaulle to Paris. Or I think that's what they wanted to do, and Montgomery was going to go the other direction toward Caen and I guess toward Belgium or something. Alright, so at first it seemed possible. The tanks of the 27th Armored Brigade were moving in support of the 185th Infantry Regiment of the 3rd Infantry Division. Opposition was light as the British moved ahead. Finally, at about 1600 hours, the column was stopped to brew tea. Of course, 4 o'clock in the afternoon is perfect time for some tea, and I don't know what they eat along with the tea, maybe digestives or crumpets or something. As the commander of the Staffordshire Yeomanry unit took his leisure, his reverie was suddenly interrupted by the voice of a tank sergeant under his command. "Beg pardon, sir, but aren't enemy tanks approaching?" Startled, the commander looked up to discern the ugly snouts of German armored vehicles approaching his position. They were units of the 21st Panzer Division. Suddenly, Caen seemed much further away than before. Yeah, I think they were probably going kilometers to now. You have to count the yards a day in terms of progress. Alright, so very promising start. interesting. Sure, stick listener default, normal, and play balance normal. Yeah. I think from what I've played so far, this game is rather well balanced. Of course, I didn't have that kind of mindset. With the drop of Destiny, of Drop to Destiny, I thought that was just crazy in the beginning phase of the battle. Alright, so single player. Strategic situation. British units are moving rapidly inland from the landing beaches at Normandy. German resistance up to this point has been unusually light. Mission. Your tanks and infantry are to move ahead and try to reach Khan before dark. Important positions ahead of you are marked with objective flags. These will need to be controlled by British forces to open the way ahead. Intelligence. Spotting aircraft have seen what appeared to be German tanks moving in your direction. Nothing has been verified. The direction of their approach is also uncertain, if they are even out there. You're well equipped for the task before you. So yeah, this is where the challenge of this scenario comes in. A lot of units to control. 2 infantry company, 1 engineer platoon with flamethrower, 6-pounder anti-tank gun, 25-pounder artillery spotter, Sherman B tank, 6 of them, 2 Sherman 2C Firefly tank. Fireflies are something special. They're able to penetrate, I think, even a Tiger from the front because of modifications made to the Sherman platform. And I heard that Fireflies cannot even move after shooting because of the power blinds the driver or something, because of the trail of fire that leaves behind each shot. So it'll be pretty interesting to use this as a support weapon. The 4 Stuart V light tank, 2 Sexton SP gun, 2 Daimler armored car, various half-track carriers, mortars, MGs, and reinforcement. Yeah, to add to that impressive group. By turn 7, Churchill Crocodile flame tank will be arriving, along with Wolverine tank destroyers and 17-pounder anti-tank gun. Wow. In about 10 minutes you should receive air support. So it's... oh my goodness, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, so this is all we have. We have a huge army here compared to the amount of troops that I've been controlling. This is actually, yeah, very substantial. So once again, the computer slows down the game, so I might have to alt-tab it out and come back. Hopefully it's gonna work. Alright, yeah, it works. Alright, so now to quickly go into the phase of preparing to put the troops in the right order. I think there are, rather good position themselves starting out. Now we have this town, a small town here, and you can see there are 3 objective flags to the northeast or southwest of where we are. Now we have to capture to open the way to Khan. I guess Khan is somewhere around here. Yeah, they're having tea, and nothing irritates the British more than being interrupted in their, I guess, tea breaks or tea hour. So we might have to exact some heavy revenge on the Germans for that. Yeah, once... yeah, okay, so I have a lot of different troops. Maybe this is going to be a trial run, so to speak. We have a tank on one flank. Trying to go through the town. I don't know whether that is actually a good idea, but I'm sure that this town has been already taken care of, so there's not much problem there, hopefully. And this is Firefly, a special Sherman tank. And you can see the amount of power that it carries compared to the regular Sherman. I don't know exactly what the drawback to Firefly is, except for they cannot move after shooting. Perhaps it's heavier. Let's get a bit closer to see the Firefly in action here, in detail. You can see a difference in the turrets themselves. They are definitely more substantial than the Sherman's, Sherman 5s, as you can see. Yeah, wow. I guess this might be a bit slower. Actually, it should be faster. Yeah, I mean in Panzer General 2, this tank was basically the tank to go up against any Panthers or Tigers without the availability of the what was that tank that came near the end of the war, their answer to the Tiger 2s. Actually, there's a scenario in this game dealing with that one-on-one battle between the heavy tanks. Yeah, but this will be pretty important to protect. I guess this deserves a bit of a entourage all by itself. And we have two of these guys, so one of it is somewhere else. Okay, let's check. Sugar 5s. Alright, so I do believe that there's anti-tank weapons too. This is artillery. Okay, very interesting. So this carries around 96H high explosives and plus a anti-armor, armor piercing. So you can attack tanks, but not really recommended, I guess. And then we have this truck that can transport the anti-tank guns. So this is really yeah, this is pretty complicated. I don't know whether I can make it work, but let's just try. Why not? Alright, so I've spent too much time talking about whatever I have here. So I need to make an adjustment because now we are heading toward this direction and have to plan ahead for that. So these are the carriers, the universal carriers, so-called grain carriers. Now these are pretty good for machine gun, providing machine gun cover fire. So yeah, more or less support unit that can carry around these machine guns or mortars. I wonder if these guys can fire on the backs of these carriers. I guess why not? I mean, it's open vehicle. So we have some anti-tank and rifle squadron, border. Alright, cool. Sexton, yeah. Store V. These are the light tanks. They can travel pretty fast. Okay, so this is yeah, another light vehicle. Carriers. Storage. Okay. So where is the other Firefly? I think I have two of them. I don't know. Yeah, I need to make it quick. I cannot really waste time. Alright, so we have a white scout car. This is a scout. Yeah, I don't know what the range of this guy is in terms of its viewing range. Oh, he has a spotter of a 25-pound artillery, so yeah, very important guy. Right. Usually the infantry will take the point, and this will come up rear and try to shoot at whatever target the infantry is faced up against. So, placement, I guess I could make it... In terms of placement, I could make it go a bit closer to the line, the forefront. I don't know exactly if this is going to be useful, but maybe if I can spot the German armor as quick as possible, then it's going to be useful for the tanks to deal with. Yeah, these anti-tank weapons has a pretty good range, and let's see, it has 2,000 meter range, and seems like an open ground to me. Just check. Alright, so there's a bit of incline toward the wood in the middle. Yeah, there's a bit of incline here. No bocage, so we have not faced the dreary and infamous bocage country. Mostly, I guess it's going to cost the Canadians and Americans as they battle toward Khan, not in this mission. The woods. Side block. Okay, so this is open this is kind of a higher plateau, I think. Yeah, it's kind of a raised up here. Alright. So, this infantry group will go into the town proper and attempt to cross into this farm, while some of these guys will try to cross the open ground toward this objective. Now, it's going to be supported by the tanks in the rear. It's going to cross into the town as well, and maybe be insulated by the buildings before they can act. So these tanks will... yeah, I don't know whether I'm bringing all 4, but maybe I should bring some over to this side as well. One of these is Firefly. Yeah, I found the Firefly here. And here, in the western flank, I do believe the Germans will be coming from around this side, and also from here. So we need to provide a force that could defend our general progress in the middle section. So obviously the infantry will have to take... yeah, infantry will go this way, but the vehicles will try to use the farm in order to flank anybody who might come near, attracted by the presence of the British trying to cross into the farm and into the woods. And while that is happening, I'm going to be moving the anti-tank. Yeah, moving the anti-tank around in the open field as much higher ground as possible, where I can target any of the tanks that might come forth. So now these guys will have to, yeah, I don't know what. Okay, so 3-inch mortars. Okay, white scout car, and this guy has a Platon HQ and MG. Yeah, these guys will have to kind of peek into this area and see whether they can spot some tanks. I think that there will be a lot of tanks. So let's place these guys a bit ahead, kind of a scout car, and rotate. Yeah, I need to probably use the hotkeys. I don't know exactly what was the principle or the theory in the moving of the armor in the World War II, especially when it comes to the British. It seems that the way they're set up, it seems to be the ideal. So I might be mistaken right now in trying to front load all these guys, trying to scout. The infantry will act as a scout in a way. Yeah, 25 turns might be enough for the clash to really flare up and then die down pretty quickly. Just move it here, rotate here. Let's just try to follow the road for these guys. I don't really need to hurry. Alright, so the most important group here in the middle. Well, I mean, they're set up to go right into the middle of the map and not rush, but try to make a stand here in the forest, dense forest. And where they are kind of embattled, I'm sure that they will be very embattled indeed. A lot of bloody fight is going to happen. But these guys will try to go around it and try to provide cover fire. And also, these tanks will be able to provide some support. Now, yeah. Now they cannot cross into the woods, right? So what's going to happen is, yeah, they cannot really go into it. So what's going to happen is, as these guys confront the enemies here, possibly, these guys will travel on this road, while these guys will try to cross here and then either make a turn here to try to help the guys here, or join the tanks here to push forward for this area along with the infantry. Yeah, so of course the artillery is going to be, well, I mean, I don't know whether they can target anything if they cannot see. I think so. They don't have a spotter on the field. Alright, so should I move some of these guys up? Finish as quick as possible and return to T. Okay, they cannot move at all. Okay, so these guys can only hide, I think. I don't know why. I guess, yeah, they're kind of entrenched here, perhaps? The midfield? We figured things out. Okay. Now, I like to move these guys a bit forward. There's a sharpshooter. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I was wondering about the sharpshooter. Now, here he is, that sniper. Yeah, I was wondering about this guy. A sniper could be a really interesting character. I wonder how well he'll be able to finish off troops. But this is something that I can look forward to. Of course, there is no guarantee I'm going to use him well at all. Engineer squad has explosive charges. Can blow up bridges and whatnot. Alright. Let's place the tanks a bit closer, so we might have more time to act. Firefly is going to be here. These tanks will definitely be in a logjam if I do not pay careful attention moving them and placing them. So it's going to be a bit of a threading the needle in between the infantry buildings and the vehicles. But alright, so I have set up everything, so let's go. Okay, the Germans are thinking, obviously. Flamethrower, huh? There are a lot of units, as you can see, the waiting time is grand. Okay, no, sorry, the waiting time, well, I didn't really have to wait for anything. Alright, so I'm getting reversed here. Let's try to sneak here to scattered trees. These guys also sneak. Yeah. See some Germans nearby. Definitely can hear them as they move their vehicles and whatnot. And we want to stagger their movement because I don't want them to be all in. Oh, okay, so these guys are connected. Sneak toward the wheat field. I think it provides a bit of protection, just a bit. For this guy, well, okay. This says 3-inch mortar. I think it'd be pretty nice if I can actually use a mortar. Yeah. Can I target from here? No, I can't. So obviously... Yeah, I cannot target. This guy has to disembark. But I can still use the carrier to bring them to a location where they are most needed. Go here. See, yeah, so this is... You can see everything here, okay. So whether I say hunt toward this area. And also this guy will support the other Firefly here. And this guy, well, I think I have to wait. Please wait. I'm going to bring this guy to the middle, a bit near the middle. I'm going to bring this guy across other section. Well, no, let's not do that. Let's try to, yeah, try to stick together. Okay. That's it, right? Yeah. I wonder if this will clump up and make a mess. I'm sure it's going to do that. And I think this, being the scout car, might have artillery guy, no platoon HQ, okay. I don't want to do that. I want to disembark. We want to ride the truck. And this guy, carrier, is a mortar, no, Vickers MG. Yes, you can move here and here. Into the road. Okay, so here. Now can I move? Yes, I can move with the Stuart. Yeah, it's going to take a long time. Definitely. Setting up the movement. I mean, I guess the commander will not have, do not really have to micromanage everything in real life. But this guy has to wait and then move. Going to be a log jam. Yeah, let's move here. And these guys will have to follow the road, so just going to be stationed around here and here. Okay, so this is another one of those light armored vehicles. Okay. A lot of Vickers. Yeah. So let's continue with these guys. Okay, so sneak toward this area. And move here. Go down here. And rotate. And engineer squadron, okay. All needs to get on the road somehow. We're going to have some air support too. Where should I go? Here? Tank. Wait 15 seconds. Go here. Here. Rotate. Yeah, this is going to be very complex, folks. Definitely. Wait 30 seconds. Rotate this way. Okay. And the tanks. Well, tanks can move. Here. Alright, yeah, let's see what happens. So general direction. I can hear the Germans. Oh boy. Tanks are moving. And then airplane. Although general line is moving ahead, there's some logjam here though. There's any German in the horizon. This guy is not moving at all. The flamethrower, of course, is not really well suited for this type of open ground. Okay. The artillery is also moving. Okay, so there's some shot, but I don't know exactly what was going on. Yeah, you can definitely see the engine whirling. No sign of Germans yet, I don't think. Yeah, no sign of Germans. Nothing has been discovered. Okay, so yeah, general direction is good. I think I just keep that. Here, let's see, the line of sight is, whoa, it's infinite almost. A really good place for, well, I mean not here, but this probably is a really good place for anti-tank. Yeah, okay, so can you cover? Yes, you can cover this area, barely. So I think hunt will be better. Not hiding, sorry. Hunt or yeah. This guy will also move and yeah, I think definitely rotate to around here, and this guy will sneak. The vehicles are faster than the infantry, so I mean this guy could have embarked on it. Embark on one of the tanks here. So now they're going to just sneak. This guy will move there. And there, yes. Okay. After moving there, how about you rotate here? Rotate here. Run, huh? Oh, this guy's kind of in the way, so that's why he's running. Okay. So some of these guys are still trying to make their way across. The Sherman 5 has already made its way here. So, let's check the line of sight. Yeah, so the Sherman will be, although it has a high profile than the other vehicles, I think it'll be pretty safe in this area. So let's just go there. Let's move. Yeah, okay, so they're trying to navigate right now. But the HQ is affecting these guys, so obviously should stick together as much as possible. Move this way. And this guy is still moving toward its destination. I have no problems with that. This guy could move a bit further up and rotate. Around at open ground, but yeah, I think this is probably right. And the carriers will follow up, and then after they arrived here, they will yeah, disembark and try to go to the higher plane. They will disembark around here on the road. Yeah, this artillery, yeah, will stay back. They will eventually arrive around here. These guys are sneaking there, or only one guy is sneaking there? Yeah, you gotta sneak, all of you sneak over there. Now, I guess I get to individually give them sneak function. Yeah, okay, looks good. And you stay there along with the group. Okay, so Piat. Yeah, you can probably move around here too. I don't really see any enemies, so I just move. Let's move. Flamethrower, I don't know. Don't know if he'll be actually that useful. Maybe in the urban areas. Okay, all of them are sneaking into the wood. Okay, I like that. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, a little bit farther. Maybe you can move actually. These guys are sneaking. They actually move. I think they can move. So to the way to them. Alright. Really afraid of what's going to happen here, so I'm not going to do too much. But increase the range of the first. Yeah, this guy could be pretty good. I think this should be having a pretty good view of the things happening in this section. There's some trees, of course. Yeah, so there's some trees, so I don't know whether they can be able to target anybody. This is actually a really good area. This is actually a really good area for them to tank, but I already have a lot of tanks. So it'd be nice if I can just use this, sorry, the anti-tank, and follow the road. And yeah, to see what is happening here. And if there's not really much resistance, then I can unload the anti-tank around here and then try to yeah, outflank the Germans or even attack their I'll pick their side. For now I just move a bit farther. And this guy could move a bit farther up. Okay, so is that it? Yeah, I mean the amount of commands that I have to give these guys are just so numerous in volume. I have to probably save every time I make any change. So let's save once again. Turn 2. Let's go. I think I'll be facing some shots here. These guys all now moving a bit quicker. This is a log jam here right now, yeah. I don't know why this guy's not moving yet. Alright, do I hear some guns in the distance? I don't see anybody yet. This support tank has arrived on the road safely. This guy's turning toward that direction here. If they can spot anybody, it'll be nice. Infantry will eventually be able to go here and then try to spot the area. But they have to move pretty quickly now. In order to do that because tank had already arrived and wow, this guy's not moving at all. Okay, now this is a mistake. Should have embarked on the tank. I think I forgot the command. Yeah, that was a mistake. I need to really run now. Sorry about that. And they'll be not be rested for whatever is coming next. These guys all have the range here. This guy's looking here. And this is not really much. I mean, this is 650 or 600 meters. Yeah, it has a definite range here. So, I mean, just have to find a target and these guys will do everything on by itself, I think. Has not arrived yet, but then the Firefly has a range of 2,000 meters. And he's still, yeah, he's definitely be able to see what is happening here. There's going to be some tank fight if he's able to locate what is going on. And now this guy will definitely move. I cannot really fall behind here. And I think for this episode, first shot that fired is going to be, and I think it's going to be a like really large build-up, definitely. And these infantry guys, can they see anything? Oh, I can hear some airplanes. Yeah, definitely can hear it. I don't know where exactly they are, but they are somewhere in the air, and I think that's our allied planes. Although there's no assurance that it's not going to be a German bomber. It definitely has some. This will be providing some. Yeah, definitely can see it. The tank might have to now hunt here and rotate to see what is going on. hide. And these guys will just stay there for now. Strange mortar probably could now. Has a range of 2,560. Yeah. Who's this guy? Another mortar? Yeah. So these guys will disembark. 2,560. Yeah, this is definitely plenty. Anybody who comes near here. Mortar. Yeah. This guy will move a bit further up. Rotate, and then it's going to disembark. Or maybe in the crossroads. Yeah, it should be a bit bold. Okay, this section is done. This guy is still moving for the road. Good. This guy has already arrived. Yeah, it's blocked. So yeah, let's move here. Pausing for around 8 seconds. No, 20 seconds. And rotate. From ground. Score V. Okay. Carrier carries Vickers MG. Okay. Move here. A bit farther into open ground and move. This guy. Okay, good. Move the road. One here. And score B. Move here and rotate toward this road. Okay, so Sermon B. Yeah, this will be kind of camouflage on the route. Provide a bit of flank. The scattered trees and then try to see what is going on. Right now, I don't think you can see anything, but in the higher ground, you might be able to do better. Okay. Yeah, this is really complex. Wow. Dang. Okay, so this guy has every anti-tank force that you can imagine. Goodness, I don't know whether I'm being too careful or being a bit too rash. Just trying with the vehicle action. I could have chosen a mission with less vehicles to get myself a bit comfortable with controlling these guys and what their behaviors are like. No, I don't think that's right. These guys connected to here, and maybe this guy should move for this area. Off track. Think about movies I saw dealing with World War II subjects and how they use some of the vehicles. I do remember they start with the soldiers on top of the tanks, and after they found any kind of a opposition or sniper or enemy, and all the soldiers disembark while the tank provide covering fire, identifying target, and half track usually comes a bit later to where they're most needed. Yeah, need better. This guy needs better range, so obviously he's going to be going toward the road to see how fast it can arrive toward area where they can see the most. Okay, the tanks will, well, this guy, yeah, definitely can try to hide perhaps, or ambush even. Can you do an ambush here? I mean, if I can set up ambush here, I don't think that's going to really work. It's going to be too close for anything to happen. Yeah, it's not going to be ambush at all. What can I do to erase this? Area marker, okay, whatever. No, cancel. Well, cancel target. Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I can definitely target. Build. Okay, good. This guy's star 5. Alright. Fast move. This area. Alright, well, here goes nothing. Alright, here we go. About time we meet the Germans. I hear something. Uh-oh. I hear something. What happened? Oh, damn it. Wow, look at that. Jesus Christ. They're ambushing us here. Wow, something else is happening. A German armor perhaps? No, no. Oh, it's a tank team. Uh-oh, gotta be careful. So anti-tank team is not able to right now eliminate it. Holy crap. These guys just make mincemeat out of the Germans here right now. Uh-oh. I see some tanks firing. Yeah. I see some tanks. Oh my god. Such a long range. And they lay down the smoke bomb, I think. Oh my goodness. Look at that. This is one of the PSGs or something, one of the scout armored cars that the Germans employed. It has taken, yeah, it definitely is being targeted by the Firefly and took some shots but was able to evade it due to its low profile. Let's see, I mean, it doesn't really know exactly what the make of this is, but I mean, from what I can tell, lower silhouette and everything, definitely not a tank. Yeah, wow, that was pretty scary. Let's just go back a bit and see how I was able to find out. This is a really good eye, look at that, just right there. Start firing, yeah. That's to stop the fire. I think most tanks did. And definitely has the range to do it. Yeah, wow, we missed. Instead they hit that building. Now, can you also target this guy? No. But here's a clear shot. Kill. Definitely excellent. Strange mortar. Can you target? No, this block, but I think this guy can set it up to move on to this wall and then start firing. And this guy also could move up a bit. Oh, it's reversing. Okay, to make room for the tanks. Or has found some interesting, yeah, interesting target that seems that it's in some kind of peril, so it's trying to move back behind the tanks. Alright, now here there were some defenders, but the tank was able to eliminate them. Yeah, look at that. So what was the distance? 167. Okay, I think in the beginning of the Overlord, the Panzerschreck that they carried, the Germans carried, but I don't think Panzerschreck was being carried by the anti-tank team. They think they carried something else, but the effective range for them was around 200 meters. So this tank definitely was in danger. Yeah. The Panzerschreck themselves, I think the beginning of Overlord reached around 70 meters, so the tank can stay beyond that. It might be safer, definitely safer for us to not go too close as we find more anti-tank teams laying about. But this is a good area for the ambush, definitely. And probably here too. Foxholes and the like, they had some time to prepare. So I gotta move these guys. Sharpshooter and the like. And these guys probably for this area, along with the tanks. And of course infantry will have to cross the road and try to take the point around here and see if there's any kind of fire that comes from this objective area. We know that we do have a bit of an idea of where the Germans are coming now, and we just have to see whether the bulk of their army is going to come from this area or are they going to follow the road. As you can see, if I go closer, you can hear a lot of you can hear just a lot of sound coming from this area, or is it from our own vehicles? Yeah, so we are just trying to plan our next course of action, seeing that I think the bulk of the German forces are coming from here. And what I'm going to do is try to bring the infantry forward a bit. And, well, I guess turn the direction of certain units. You see, it's too, I don't know whether it's too loud for you guys. I try to adjust accordingly, but yeah, it definitely is a lot of, I think the Germans can definitely hear where we're coming from, so yeah, so let's adjust a bit and see if we can make a change. Wow, here, yeah, it's a lot of sound here, holy crap. Yeah, maybe I should have lowered the sound a bit, or I don't know, maybe if I can decrease it using the hotkey. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, so here's a tank. Found the armored car. Now it's shooting at it. It's revealing itself. So I don't know whether this is actually a good idea. I did give it command to hunt, so it's definitely hunting. Seems like German forces have already shot some kind of smoke grenade to cover its advance or something, or I'm not so sure whether it's from the firing of the big gun from the tank that caused a bit of a brush fire here. I think it's just smoke grenade. Yeah, strange mortar has fired something. I don't know whether... No, I think it's just too close for it to fire in this direction from this unit. Maybe this guy has to disembark. So I'm going to also do that. And for this tank, perhaps going to go a bit farther up here and see whether it can make a bit of a... I can sort of spot additional units from this side, or whether any units are coming from here, or any German units hiding here, in order to provide some cover for these units, which are very important. And I hear a lot of planes above. I don't know whether I can check it. I don't know if I can check it, but I think we can sort of see if we can let's see if I can tilt the camera up a bit. Yeah, I definitely can hear the planes. Let's see, okay. Viewpoint height. Oh wow, look at that. Goodness gracious. There's a plane. No, that's just a direction mark. You're going south. Alright, well. Yeah, so we definitely can see what is going on here better. I don't really see any planes nearby, but... Okay, so let's see if I can change some things. So this is my next plan of action. On the left side, the left flank, the tank will keep this guy at bay along with other units with its powerful gun, as either tank is going to hunt for any additional troops either from this building or from anywhere around this area might appear to support this armored car. And yeah, just a general bit of advance along the road. I'm kind of getting worried whether this is going to be bogged down. I really do need to get these guys going and set up around here. Yeah, and then I will disembark this mortar guy as soon as possible. I did want to disembark... Well, I wanted him to go here, but I'm kind of afraid whether there will be some residual German forces. So I will try to keep to the wall. Yeah, and then try to see if I can move this guy a bit. No, I don't think there's enough space right here to protect this area as much as possible, including the mortar unit. I try to move this guy and sneak them into the brushes. Yeah, and see whether there will be some other attacks that might come from the farmhouses, especially from here and here. Here, general advance, just moving. I think this guy will be under fire before long. Same goes for these guys, although I could make them go a bit farther up. So sneak, the brush, just getting... Generally, I'm trying to move these guys a bit toward west, because they are where the objective is, so I'm just going to go as close as possible and see if there is anything that I might be worried about. I think there will be definitely a German armor coming, so I need to be prepared for any incursion. Yeah, so these guys I also have to move. I don't know why I didn't move them before trying to explain my what I plan to do. A rifle squadron will just be on the edges. It's interesting that all the MGs are on the carriers, so I need to also disembark them and then try to give them a bit of a support here as they try to move. Mortar guy might just... he can stay, I think... Well, let's see. Right now, as he is, the line of sight is blocked, so he has to at least travel around here, for example, and see whether he have enough line of sight to cover this area. That is our first objective. And these carriers have mortars, so right now I'm tempted to bring these guys up a bit. This area is covered by brushes, so I don't think it's going to come under attack right away. Hopefully not. For the mortar guys, I think they have enough range to cover right away. The maximum range being around 2,500. So it has enough. Yeah, it can cover almost entirely the map. It's a really heavy mortar guy or something. So I think it'd be nice if I can reach any high point and then try to fire. Right now I try to move the mortar guy around here and see whether I can make use of them. And same goes for these guys. For this guy, I think I move this guy a bit left to try to support these infantry. So let's wait a bit, plus for a beat, and then try to go to this side and rotate too. Yeah, these are all blocks, so I don't think it's going to come in immediate danger unless the Germans have their own air force activated. Yeah, this guy, sure. For the right side, I try to move the tank further up, advance it. I'm kind of giving, I think this is a bit of a gamble, but then I wanted to protect the infantry as they move closer to this objective. And this tank is also going to move around the buildings and then try to identify targets either from here or here. I think the mass of their troops are coming from here, so yeah. So I just try to rotate for this area. Okay, and this infantry is now going to take over, well, hope to take over here. Alongside, I mean, if there's a lot of enemy, especially in the buildings here around, used as some kind of bunker, then I need to bring these guys along with the spotter that might help in the next phase. So let's save. Need to save after every phase because I think this is just huge undertaking in terms of planning. Alright, so with that out of the way. Wow, okay, so yeah, with just general advance, you're not being blocked anywhere. Let's go. Okay, there's a tank. There's a smoke, I think, and there's another one. I don't know what this is. Light armor? Okay, the tank is coming from here. One penetration knocked out. The tank is knocked out, folks. It's this tank. Yeah, so it's engaged right now. The armor is engaged. One is knocked out already. Yeah, just to hit it. But you cannot really... It's not making any progress there. Yeah, I gotta really knock it out, but... Nice! Panzer IV knocked out. Tit for tat right there. And there's a German. Oh my goodness, 60 seconds went by so quickly. Our first armor knocked out. First armor knocked out by Panzer IV. And Firefly, after multiple tries, was able to knock this guy out as well. Front side destruction, armor penetration. Yeah, so this guy, I just know it from the sound. And this is supposedly Panzer IV, but then it's powerful enough to attack our tank from 730 meters, and then was able to destroy one of our tanks. But fortunately, Firefly was able to react, and then after a couple of tries, was able to destroy it. Yeah, and there's a German guy right there, trying to man the post. Yeah, wow, okay, yeah. Did receive a lot of hits from multiple tanks, but then it was a bit... Yeah, it was a bit off kilter for a moment, and it was a pretty dangerous moment. And then after, yeah, it was knocked out really quickly. And there's another tank here too, so we need to be careful. Yeah, I don't know whether one of our tanks has detected the additional armor from the German side. It didn't. It's now taking this guy, and now need to help this guy as quick as possible. So let's do that. Alright. Should I disembark these guys right now? Yeah, I think I should. And try to run for those trees. So same goes for the engineers. They try to go here first. And this track is going to stay here, blocked by the view from this from this burning carcass of a Sherman. And nobody's alerted right now, but then, yeah, they're definitely bringing the armor first, which is really weird. Kind of different from my, I don't know if you can call it that strategy of bringing the infantry forward while the tank is going to be supporting them. We have gotten their attention from this side, so maybe if we can advance from this area, then we might be able to catch the Germans by surprise if there is not enough, if no German unit manning this area, this farm, and we can probably also harass them a bit from this area if we can advance that far from the side. I don't know whether they're prepared for that kind of attack by us, but it'd be nice if we can get some better view of what's happening. Let's do that. Yeah, so here, gone. This is I don't know what is happening, but there's some smoke grenade coming, and I think I might be able to give this guy a bit. Yeah, see if I can side block. Okay. Alright, so side blocked from here. I want to stay out of the houses because the Germans might bring the Panzerschreck. Their effective range might be around 100 meters. Same goes for a Piat. So I let them hunt from this side as well. Did the next set of moves I'm planning. Right here, at the Panzer, well, basically gunning for this Sherman, and I don't think I can target back because his side is blocked. You can see me, but I cannot see them. So I'm trying to use a Firefly in order to divert any kind of tension that this guy might bring. So yeah, kind of gambling once again, but then I think this being the Panzer IV, do hope that if I move these guys here, it may be able to aim at the defending tank right there. Yeah, this guy was knocked out by the tank right here, so maybe I'd be able to, yeah, target these guys with these tanks. And this is also a tank that could help, but then I don't know, I'm not so sure exactly how. Yeah, I might be able to do it, but so this is open ground. If I go out here, then I'll be able to just use this area for the firing range, blocked by the brushes here, so maybe this is going to work. Maybe. I'm not going to move that far, just yeah, around here, and the carrier. Yeah, let's move to this guy. I wonder if this is actually how the real battle shaped up to be. I don't think this is how it really worked. It's so, I mean, there's so many different vehicles kind of in the same place. I mean, in the start of the war where they are trying to advance from and expand on a certain area, an operational area, then they might move in such a fashion, but yeah, I think infantry did not really move with this many vehicles in tow. I'm not so sure. Could be possible. These guys are going to try to target this area along with the sexton now targeting this general area of the buildings, while these guys make further advance into the brushes and try to see what is up here. I'm sure that there will be some defenders here as well along with this area. So the sexton might have to move after shelling this area. Yeah, so another general movement, although we are now faced with some opposition that might give us a bit of pause. Yeah, so the infantry will keep moving. I don't want to make any of these guys move in front too much. They've been battled, of course. So yeah, general line is going to be forming here, here, and then we advance together to these areas and further contest the at least one flank leading to the objective here in the central objective. Going to be a lot of firefight, I'm sure. Going to bring a lot of Piat units. 2-inch mortars, okay. Yeah, still blocked, so I need to bring this guy toward an edge of this area. Well, maybe he can sort of change our position here a bit since this guy has finished moving, so probably could move around here. 2-inch mortar could move around here, scattered trees. This guy could move a bit toward east. Here. Rifle squadron, yeah, scattered trees. Platoon HQ around here. Alright. This guy, Vickers MG. Let's see. And then I disembark this guy and try to set up. Yeah. 3-inch mortar. Okay, so this guy's still moving. This guy will... Vickers MG, okay, another machine gun. So these guys cannot fire... Yeah, this is basically transport vehicle, so this guy cannot fire from the vehicle. That's understandable. Platoon HQ, okay. Move a bit farther in, I guess, now. Okay. So that's probably it. Yeah, some candy shots right there. Okay. Yeah, so this is worrying. Gotta be able to shoot. Oh my goodness, another tank. Gotta shoot, gotta shoot. Uh-oh. Yeah, his sights on the rifle squadron. Another tank, a lot of tanks. Armored car. Firefly. Do it. Do it. Nice. Oh my goodness. This area is leveled. This guy is now not being... Can you target? Are you targeting somebody? Yes. Please target. Destroy it. It's 4G. Okay, track hit. Strongman 5 is immobilized. His gun is still active. Light tank in the brush. Okay, so one tank of theirs is knocked out. Another light tank appears. This is an armored car, not a tank. This is, yeah, just beyond the wall, so I don't know exactly what is happening. Let's see. Yeah, it's not too heavy a vehicle, so the Firefly might be able to do some work on it. But then the tracks of the other tank on the right flank has been destroyed. So I think this is immobilized. Yeah, this is very bad indeed. Now Firefly has to do some work. I don't know exactly what it's targeting right now, but Okay, the Sexton might be able to do some additional bombardment here. Let's try to do that. Side block, okay. If there are any Germans in the building, they're gone, but... yeah, I need to get rid of these guys first. Now we are being hit at, finally. Not a good thing, but... let's just move these guys right here into the edge of the wood. Piat could try to ambush these guys, but it's just too far right now. Its effective range is around 100 meters. Just move along the trees. Yeah, I see one guy now outside in the open here, so I try to get him back to the scattered trees. I don't want them to be too clumped. Alright, so this is the... well, I mean, I discovered that unfortunately the truck that was carrying a gun here, 6-pounder AP gun that we know that to be very efficient in knocking out enemy armor, was knocked out itself before it ever had a chance to do anything. I think from what I can see, artillery that the enemy used to shell our positions. It's unfortunate. Now I have to make sure that I mean, I don't know whether I was able to defend against it, but then yeah, they definitely was able to target it. They have a pretty good vantage point from this area toward here as we move up from the left flank. So what I need to do is try to move this guy as fast as possible, disembark, and then move it to a position where we can also have a good vantage point. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I think it's going to be a couple of turns at least, or even more. I can probably use this guy as the fast move here instead of disembarking. So let's try to do that, gamble. But then I don't know whether it's going to do anything. Maybe because of logjam, this guy was not able to evade or spread in time in order to minimize the impact of the artillery shelling. Now I have found out there's another gun in the building. Why is it near the building here? Hidden? And it's aiming at something. No, actually I'm trying to aim at this guy, but I don't think this is going to really happen because the sight is blocked from the sexton right here to the gun. So I don't know if he's able to shoot at anything unless he gets out of the area. Could probably guesstimate where he's going to be shooting, but by the angle of the guns and stuff like that, I'm sure that they had the ability to do it, but I can probably try to area target or something. I don't know. This doesn't really seem to have it. Yeah. So I need to move this guy. Where? Well, I think I should have made a decision before telling you what I had planned, but this is a hot point where the multiple tanks are now engaged in battle. So we need to move this guy perhaps here and try our luck there. Yeah. And then might be able to shoot if it gets out on here maybe. Yeah. And if things get worse, I just try to target it without even looking at it. But I don't think that's going to really happen because it has to see the target in order to shoot it. Yeah. If I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong. Really want to use the Saxon as much as possible. Like, British had like one of those disciplines, is from Company Heroes, where they did artillery creep. They shot artillery at a supposed enemy position and then they just increased angle or the speed of the round or something in order to maximize the damage across the whole field from the starting point. I don't know how much of an area that it covered, but yeah, it was definitely something they tried, you know, to level the entire battlefield or something. And British are known for their artilleries and guns, so yeah, I'm kind of anticipating what they can bring. They leveled the whole building here too, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. Now this Vickers MG should be getting out, I think. Oh wow. Hiding. Oh wow, it's hiding. Can you hunt? Can you shoot? Side blow? Oh my goodness, this German is immobile. But can shoot though. It has a 36% chance of hitting. Side blocked. It's another tank, right? Light tank, yeah. So I'll try to hunt here. And these guys are going to come out. And also order the sniper to come out and then move here in order to target, if possible, this area or this area. I don't know how effective it's going to be. It'd be pretty powerful if you can just whittle down enemy strength one by one. Although it does have ammo allotted to it, so yeah. I try to move. What can I do? No. I wait. Yeah. I wait. These guys are disembarking. Try to get this area. And now this guy is hurt from the tank, I bet. And order the mortar to area target here. This guy's eliminated. Oh my goodness. But there were some soldiers inside the building, and the sexton just leveled it, and they're tired from all the running and the moving. They'll be able to rest soon. Just to move a bit more. They're tired, I guess they're not able to fight them much. Yeah. Okay, so advanced units are tired. I hope the tanks will be able to help cover their advance from them either, so they'll not be able to use the Fencer Strike yet. I hope this guy survives, at least, and knock out some tanks. Okay, so this is it. This is going to the next phase of the battle here. It's going to be very important. We lost another gun here, very important gun, and yeah, so we are taking some casualties. These are the drivers, I bet. Yeah, everything is knocked out, even the half track. So we share the same fate. Now this storage tank is interesting. It's engaged in this light tank. I don't know exactly what this tank is, but from what I've seen, it doesn't seem to be that heavily armored. And this guy is not even buttoned up. So I don't know exactly what to make of this light tank now. Among the... I'm not so sure exactly the names. Maybe check Panzer 3 or 35, T35, no, something 35. I think Stork might be able to handle it. But then I do bring these additional tanks in order to support it. I don't know whether this guy can actually get out. It's blocked by a wall. Now being targeted by two guys. So one of them probably would have to hit it. Yeah, and this guy will also target it. So there are a lot of red lines crisscrossing the battlefield. Going to be a lot of firefight anyways. And yeah, this is turn 6. So we're going to have some reinforcements next turn. I don't know where it's going to be heading. Also would like to see whether the Air Force is going to be making its appearance soon. Come on, get knocked out, please. Damn it. Front turret hit, ricochet, so he was able to deflect the hit from here. Come on. Oh gosh, okay, knocked out. Front upper hull penetration, I don't know what that means though. Immobile, it's just immobile. And my Firefly got hit, I think. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Uh-oh. Oh my god, this is not good. Oh my goodness, what is this? Tiger! Holy crap, this is not good, folks. Not a good, not a good. Oh, let's just check the damage here. Firefly knocked out. Yeah. Firefly still surviving, but I don't know how he said survive. Let's just hit them. Come on, hit it. Oh my goodness, this tank is knocked out too. Jesus Christ, this is bad. So 3 tanks knocked out. Tiger, oh my goodness. So yeah, we basically were wiped out here. And they were able to do pretty well for themselves. Yeah, wow, look at these tanks. Yeah, I don't know whether we can survive in this. We probably need to use a lot of Fiat and oh boy. Was able to make it though. Here, yeah, Jesus. Okay. Yeah, it's too bad. Reinforcements have arrived, well, sure. That's good news. At least. Abandoned truck. The truck was abandoned for some reason. I don't know why. I probably moved to the road. Yeah. And rotate. Can you rotate? Here. Carrier. Move. Let's see. You can attack across the field here. Knocked out. This guy was knocked out. My goodness, what happened? Another artillery barrage, seems. 3-inch mortar guy got seriously hurt. Yeah, things are really looking really grim here. Let's see. These guys are being attacked. Got a hot track. Can you see some of these guys? No, can't see it. I can see here though. So we can move and then try to set up a platoon HQ. Okay. Yeah, we need some air reinforcements. Oh, okay. So we have gotten these guys. 17-pound AT gun. Yeah, definitely. I know where to set these guys up. The morale still high, but well, we have Churchill crocodiles. Now these guys are the flamethrowers, I think. And they have pretty good amount of armor. Yeah, 152. Definitely heavier. This guy is tank destroyer. I think we reserve, try to prepare their advance, but not right away. Yeah, so let's fast move. Here. And these guns are really heavy, so I don't know whether they can remove anything from the truck. They'll take some time, I think. Okay, so it's open ground. Out of range, side block, and assault gun. It's 400, 600 meters, okay. Are they tired? They're okay. Alright, okay, so yeah, more casualties on the other side. As you can see, the store has been knocked out by one of the light tanks here. I think this guy knocked it out. The tanks here will be, yeah, advancing, of course. Try to hit them from the other side and give them another look, but I don't know, I don't really don't have any high hopes for any of the tanks surviving going up against the tanks, especially the Tiger. If our initial impression is true, actually the Tiger, then it's going to be, you have to bring all the might of the 17-pounder gun here as I'm preparing to bring these reinforcements up front in order to defeat them. And even then it's not going to be enough. The Wolverine might be able to do it, but that's another story. At least it's able to travel a bit faster than the other tanks. And I'm trying to set up a 25-pounder gun on these guys, on the tanks. The infantry making steady progress along the edge of the wood and see whether they can hold out. And if the tanks actually come down here, maybe then I'll be able to fire some Piat rounds into it, but it might be a bit of a stretch even then. Yeah, as you can see, the Piat unit has a maximum range of 200 meters, so it's, you may have to fire from there if that's the case. Try to run there, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so this guy has arrived, the Piat. I don't know whether I should be trying to move ahead, and this half track has a machine gun, so it's firing at the guys right now, so we are kind of in the pitted situation. If we can sneak the Piat right here in the brush, maybe be able to do something. Let's just try that. Mortar, yeah, can you target any of these? Now you can target, but not across the wall. I can only target in this area. So maybe I can move this guy a bit forward the crossroads here, and maybe able to target some of these guys. Yeah, right now they have all the armor on their side, and we have lost like 4 or 5 tanks. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tanks, 6, 7 armored cars, 8 armored cars, I think. From I think there will be more coming. Yeah, it's this baptism by fire, literally, for the British forces. See if I can yeah, make some progress at least. Yeah, so these tanks knocked out. I don't know why they have a movement command position or something, but yeah, it's knocked out. This guy is now trying to reverse, meet up with other heavy armor. I don't know whether it's being targeted. I think this is being targeted right now. Yeah, it's pretty dangerous stuff. And Saxon is trying to level this house as well. Then it's going to clear the way for the tanks to target any of these guys. Yeah, so I'm not so sure about that. So maybe I should not do that yet. Maybe instead I should try to target, well, yeah, should I try to move once again? These vehicles, I don't know, I'm trying to see whether these guys can be blocked by the house. It's kind of a tightrope kind of maneuver. Yeah, maybe this is not a good idea. Yeah, maybe I should just, I don't know, maybe it's worth a try. But yeah, I need to move this guy right here. Yeah, I think it's going to get destroyed though. Yeah, and this guy, the engineers are disembarking. And this guy, carrier on other vehicle, could just stay here instead of there. Yeah, I don't know. This is a bit of a jumbled mess. Oh my goodness, yeah, my tank squadron is basically eliminated. I think 4 of them has been knocked out in a couple of turns. 5, I think. 4 of them. Yeah, I only have this Firefly left. Oh my goodness, this is bad. Yeah, this is just elimination, outright elimination. Knocked out. Maybe because they travel in groups, perhaps they're more effective. Just that I think I also miss a lot of shots from the tanks. Yeah. But these guys are aiming at any of these guys and then maybe able to target. Oh boy, here we go. Computer is thinking more destruction of our troops. Ah gosh, what is going on? Wow, knocked out. Firefly knocked out. No, this guy's knocked out. What is knocked out? This car? Yeah. Wow, it's destroyed. Even before it was able to move. Penetrate, okay, that's good. This is crazy. Wow. Panzer 4. Yeah. Yep. Oh my goodness. What accuracy. It's knocked out, folks. Come on, destroy it, please. Goodness. Come on, Firefly can do it. Oh, knocked out. Okay, we are doing pretty well on the left flank. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. Knock it out, please. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, this is bad. This guy is being targeted by 5 tanks, folks. Come on, destroy one, please. At least one. Goodness. Oh my goodness. Wow. Just look at that. Panzer 4G. Okay, so this is Panzer 4G. They have, look at all this. 3G, so this is anti-tank. 4G immobile, but still able to fire. Is it able to fire? Yeah. Oh my goodness, look at that. Firing at the Firefly like life depended on it. Yeah, definitely life depends on it. This guy destroyed. This guy destroyed. Okay, it's good. The tank is making its good work. And light tank. I did instruct the artillery to shell this area, but I don't know exactly when it is coming. Yeah, this guy. Cautious. Yeah, we have to definitely target these guys, man. This guy's knocked out. Yeah, 2 of these guys trying to go here, knocked out. I don't know about the carrier, also probably knocked out. The Firefly, basically, I think next turn is going to be dead. Okay, so, this is a bit of a struggle once again, just like the second episode that I played, Drop the Destiny. Seems like it's like a rolling to destiny or something, yeah. Rolling tanks. Yeah, they're moving now. I don't know whether it's able to... Oh wow, okay. Maybe able to do it. Yeah, I think this tank was able to fire at this guy and then was able to knock it out pretty quickly. And Firefly is going to be able to... If it goes here, then it's able to have a sight, I think, on this unit. Stored. Move and say open ground. I don't know whether they're coming out of that area though. This spurt, yeah, has been knocked out. Alright, so let's set the thing up here. The PID is able to make it to the other side of the road. I think it's going to... The reminder that we are able to cross into the other area. Out of range. Oh yes, pitch range. 460, so it's heavier, that's why its range is smaller. Okay, so let's move closer. Now these guys will have to move here. Going to be very important for them to move. And he's tired, yeah, he's probably need to rest. Let's get closer though. This guy might get tired soon. switch mortar. Can you actually move? I don't think he can move. He has set up a course for himself. I think he's going to be asking too much to move to this area, so let's just make him move around here first. Okay, I think I set the thing up now. I don't know whether this is actually going to reverse the fortunes of the army right now, especially on the armored front. Yeah, kind of scuffling right now, but trying to advance the troops now across the road and try to see if there's anything here, and also maybe infiltrate this area using the buildings here in order to give these guys a bit of a pause as they try to advance in this road toward our weaker flank. Tanks definitely have made their mark, destroy the bulk of our tanks. We do have a reinforcement, so that's going to decide whether we are going to do anything successful in this mission. And only 8 turns have passed, so this is going to draw out in a long time. Let's advance to the, yeah, let's not advance too far ahead. And this guy is tired, so he's gonna rest a bit. 2-inch mortar guy should just stay here. And yeah, some of these guys will stay as a backup. Yeah. And spread out as much as possible because of the tanks and the artilleries and the like. Yeah, sure. So how about this guys? This guy is ever moving. Well, after the armors are knocked out, his guys will be the next target. So it'd be nice if we can just stay put, move maybe a Piat or two to a better position. He's already rested in the scattered woods area, but unfortunately the range of this weapon is not enough. Yeah, so right now, scuffling. Very much so. I think I lay a smoke grenade and try to run. Some of the cruiser came out, leading to a lot of distress. This guy came out of the destroyed truck. It was a moving target too, but then the experienced Panzer guy was able to destroy it pretty quickly. Okay, so automatically some of the mortar guys were able to fire the smoke grenades. Sharpshooter will move into position. Yeah, some of these guys have suffered some casualty. Vickers NG. He's moving somewhere. Yeah, this guy is trying to reverse into this, you know, smoke billowing remains of the Sherman, but I don't know. This is being targeted by like 5 or 6 tanks. I think this is going to be destroyed soon, unfortunately. Yeah, my goodness, the tanks were just eliminated. And I have finally decided to disembark this guy as quick as possible, so as to move them as close as possible to where they can actually fire. And this guy will fire from the other side of the town, around here. And the Wolverine is going to, yeah, try to move this way and maybe try to fire. The guns are destroyed. Churchill's not going to fight right now. This guy's, yeah, crocodiles. I don't know what this. Let's see. Yeah, these guys have something on their backs. I think this is more of a support unit or fuel for the flamethrowers, perhaps. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I think PID is able to destroy some of the armor, but they have to get closer. And these guys are, yeah, light tanks, protecting their flanks. PSWs, yeah, not PSAs, PSWs. Yeah, it's going to get destroyed soon, so... Well, should I save? Yeah, let's save and see what's going to happen. Yeah, unfortunately the planes, I think the planes, maybe Is there an option for... I don't think there's a option for actually targeting the units using the Air Force. Yeah, there's no really... No,